We are here for page 4 math. You can find the lesson A plus students of time. You have log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to page 4 math, and then click on the all lessons. There you can find the list of the chapter. We're going to start with the chapter. The lessons we're going to cover today are count coins and bills up to $5, round money amounts, add and subtract money amounts, add, subtract, multiply, and divide money. So please make sure you have a book and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Here I am on page 4 math, chapter we are on the library. Let's just start with the lesson that is count coins and bills up to $5. How much money is there? So we need to count the coins, right? We need to count the times first. So we have three times, one, two, three. Times we can count by 10, so that is 10, 20, and 30. Then we can count the nickels we can count by fives. So we have two nickels, so that is 35, add 5 and 5, 10, so that is 40. That option is 40. Cents. Let's just start with the test questions. How much money is there? So we have a bill, that is $5 bill. Then we have 1, 2, and 3 nickels. We can count them by 5. So 5, 5, and 5. Then we have a dime. We can count it by the 10. I think this one again we need to count by 10. It's just the quarters. We need to count quarters by, we have 3 quarters. So we can count the quarters by 25. These are the quarters. These are the quarters. We can count them by 0.25. Then we can count by 10. This one we can count by 5, and this one we can count by 1. So the correct option is 75, 85, 90, 91. So the total is 91 cents. Let's just start with that is 5.91. Let's just start with move on to the next one. How much money is there? We have a $5 bill, then we have 25 cents, then we have dimes. 1, 2, 3, 4 dimes. We can count dimes by 10, 5 times. And the one we can count by 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, and 1. 76. So that is 5.76. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 5.76. Option 1 is the correct option. The next one is how much money is there? So which is the correct option? That is 0.50. Option number 2 is the correct option. How much money is there? That is 0.35. Option number one is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself. Not every day. Let me just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is round money amount. So let's just start with the lesson. What is $40 rounded to nearest $10? So we need to round the money amount same way. We need to round the numbers. So $41 is rounded to $40. The correct option is $40. Let's just start with the test questions. What is 237.95 rounded to nearest dollar? So we need to round off the nearest dollar, that is number 37. Right after the decimal point, we have 9. And we need to round it up. So that would be number 238. Option number is the correct option. That is the rounded dollars. 961.78 rounded to nearest. Right. So which is the correct option? What is 961.78 rounded to nearest 10 cents? So we need to round it to nearest 10 cents, right? So that is 78. 78 is rounded to 0.80. So option number two is the correct option. That is 961.80. Option two is the correct option. What is 180.13 rounded to nearest $100? What is 180.13 rounded to nearest $100? So we need to round to nearest $100. That is 180.13. So 180.13 is rounded. $200 option number two is the correct option. That is $200. What is 77.38 rounded to nearest $10? So which is the correct option? $77.38 rounded to nearest $10. So 77.38 is rounded to $80. Option number. Two is the correct option. That is $80. Okay, the next one is what is $298 rounded to nearest dollar? So which is the correct option? Option number one is the correct option. That is 298. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself. Take it away. Let me just move it on. The next lesson is add and subtract many amounts. So you can add and subtract many amounts the same way like we can add the numbers, right? So let's just start with the add 0.54, 7.14, and 9.15. So you need to add exactly the same way like we add numbers. Start adding from the ones digit 4 and 4, 8 and 5, 13, right? And carry 1. Then 5 and 1, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 1, 10, right? 0 and carry 1. Then 7 and 3, 10 and 9, 19 and 1. So that is 20.00. The correct option is 20.00. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Add 9.67 plus 8.613.5. Start adding from the ones digit like we are the decimal. 7 plus 1 is 8. Then you need to add 6 plus 6 plus 5. So 6 plus 6 makes 6 plus 6 makes 12, and 12 plus 5 makes 17, right? 7 and carry 1. 9 and 1, 10 and 8, 18. And 321. So that is $21.78. The correct option is option number two is the correct option. That is $21.78. Okay, the next one is 798 plus 391 plus 109. So which is the correct option? So start adding from the one digit. So that is 9, 8 and 1, 9 and 9, 18, right? 8 and 21, 9, 9, 19, right? 9 and carry 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that is $1,298. Option number one is the correct option. That is $1,298. Option number one is the correct option. 3.54 plus 7.14 plus 9.35. So which is the correct option? Option number two is the correct option. That is 20.00. Subtract 839 minus 790. So which is the correct option? Option number two is the correct option. That is $49. 923 minus 114, which is the correct option. - 923 minus 114, which is the correct option. Option number two is the correct option. That is 809. Option number two is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself here today. Let me just move on to next. The next lesson is add, subtract, multiply, and divide money amount. So let's just start with the lesson. 0.06 divided by 3. So you need to divide, like we can divide the decimal, simple whole numbers, divide 6 by 3. 3 times 2 is 6. So we need to add the decimal places. We have the two decimal places. So that is 0.00. Option number. The correct option is 0.0. Let's just start with the test questions. 6.42 minus 4.35. So let's just subtract. That is 6.42 minus 4.35. So start subtracting from the one digit. You cannot subtract throughout 5. So you need to follow the one that makes 12. 12 minus 5 is 7. 3 take away 3 is 0. And 4 take away 2, take away 4 is 2. That is 2.00. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 2.0. 275 divided by 5. So when we need to divide 175 divided by 5. 5 times 5 is 25. So 5 times 5 is 25. So the correct option is 55. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is 4 times 53, which is the correct option. 4 times 3 is 12 by 2 and carry 1. 4 times 5 is 20 and 1 22. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 212. Option number 2 is the correct option. 0.06 divided by 3. So which is the correct option? That is 0.02. Option number B is the correct option. So 2.58 plus 5.38, which is the correct option. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 7.96. Option number 2 is the correct option. Zero point 0.38 times 7, so which is the correct option? Let's just multiply. 7 times 8 is 56, right? 6 and k is 5. 7 times 3 is 21 and 5 26. So that is 2.66. The correct option is 2.66. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 2.66. 1.02 plus 7.43. So which is the correct option? That is 8.45. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 4 math. Chapter we were working on is money. The lessons we have covered today are count coins and bills up to $5, round money amounts, add and subtract money amounts, add, subtract, multiply, and divide money amounts. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. The tutors are available to help you, or either you can write down the question in the chat box and here to answer all your questions and you will have. So any questions you can please ask if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.